Welcome back to NYSE TV Live. Well, New York Tech Week, which officially starts on June 2nd, will get the party started early this afternoon as it is here to ring the closing bell at the New York Stock Exchange. And joining me now to talk more about what is in store is Jesse Middleton. He's going to be on the Bell podium. He is a general partner at Flybridge, along with Tech NYSE. Jesse, great to have you in the house.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah. What are you most looking forward to during New York Tech Week?
Oh my goodness. So I moved to New York 16 years ago. There were only a few hundred tech startups here in the city at the time. Now there's tens of thousands. And next week there are going to be more than 1,000 events happening here. And so I think I'm most looking forward to navigating my way through while staying awake, staying highly caffeinated, seeing some of the brilliant people that are building new AI products here in the city.
Yeah. When it comes to AI, what are the top trends that you're finding leaders in this space are focusing on at the moment?
Yeah, so everything from building new software for the enterprise is a huge thing. Even the biggest companies in the world are going to be disrupted. We're seeing a lot in the developer platform world. New York is a place where you can not only build applications, but you can build real deeply technical products now. Companies like MongoDB and others have proven that. And so between developer platforms, enterprise software, and then frankly, brand new, crazy ideas that were never possible before. And so I just keep my eyes open for that wild, young, wide-eyed founder who believes they can change the world.
Yeah. I'm curious to know more about the money that you are allocating. You mentioned the founder is a big part of it. What else looks attractive in this market?
Yeah, so look, there's money flowing into large AI companies all day long. We think that at the end of the day, some of the newest, brightest ideas are going to come out of places like NYU and Columbia, the universities here. And so for us, we invest really early. So we want to find people that are at the very beginning, 2 people, an idea, maybe a pitch deck. And so when we think about deploying capital here in the city and beyond, it's all about getting in early, finding people that want to change the world. And as I said to you, one of the biggest things here in New York has been that some of the most technical minds now want to live here in New York. That's where they want to build their lives.
So I am curious to that end to hear more about the state of tech in New York right now. How would you describe it?
It's on fire in a good way. We just had a report that we did with Tech NYC and the EDC around sort of the stats about what's happening in tech here. And at last count, there are actually more funded tech startups in New York City than San Francisco proper.
Interesting.
Which is kind of crazy. Now, to be clear, that's not the Bay Area, so we're not claiming that we've won yet. But we're a clear number 2, and it continues to rise. And so when we think about it, the number of jobs that are open, 25,000 jobs for AI tech roles here in the city, the most in the nation, all of that is driving unbelievable excitement and innovation here.
What are the top skills that are needed for those AI roles right now?
Oh, a great belief that AI can change how everything was built previously. And so ultimately we look for founders that are technical, but we also want them to be curious and lifelong learners. And so when we think about the best people building there, they bring all that together and they develop products quickly.
So we're going to see you here at the Stock Exchange.
I'll be here later.
Throughout the day, and New York Tech Week, as I mentioned earlier, happening all week long right here in Manhattan.
We're excited to kick it off.
That's right. The New York Stock Exchange is going to have a big presence each day of that particular week. Who are you most looking forward to connecting with during New York Tech Week?
Oh, for me, it's that everyone in the world is coming to visit us here. So I not only get to see the people that I see every day, but also all the venture capitalists, all the founders that are coming in from San Francisco and Europe. And so ultimately, that's what it is. It's bringing all the best people in the world to our backyard.
Nice. And in terms of where you think the New York tech scene is heading, AI, obviously, I'm sure is a big part of that. Anything more you can share about what you expect ahead?
Oh yeah, everything from healthcare to financial services are all being rebuilt in our backyard here. Every one of the major enterprise customers lives here. And so it's not just AI, but it's every sort of innovative tech that's going to change the old industries, as well as some of the newer things. And so we've got social networks moving from the West Coast here, as well as fintech being built right here in the big banks' backyards.
And this economic environment, we have to ask about it. We're here at the New York Stock Exchange. We see choppy trading at times, a lot of heavy trading volume really since April amid changes to trade policy, of course, economic data that we get on a daily basis as well. What has been the impact? How does that drive your decisions as an investor?
Yeah, we take a very long-term approach. So when we're investing in companies that are going to go public, hopefully here, in 10, 15, 20 years. So ultimately, we want founders to be really focused on developing something innovative and lasting and durable. we do view it as these questions about the economy, these questions about regulation will affect some of the opportunities. In my mind, it's more upside than it is downside, though. When these things change, tariffs, trade rules, ultimately new solutions will be born, and that'll create billion-dollar opportunities.
Yeah, it takes a lot of belief, obviously, as you mentioned earlier, to really see a company through. But as you mentioned, you're investing and looking at some of these students who are now in universities to get them early on. What else do you want to see in a founder? Is it a sales expertise?
Yeah.
You know, is it hyper organization? What really clicks?
Yeah, I want them to create really great chaos. And so that means that they need to be willing to break some eggs, but they also have to be hyper organized. I think one of the biggest things is that they need to want to learn and adapt. And some people, that's their natural state, others have to learn it. But ultimately, if they do that, they're going to be able to jive with what's happening with large language models, with what's happening in big tech, with what's happening in regulation. And those are the kinds of founders that we want to see build next.
Awesome. Jesse Middleton, general partner of Flybridge, here in studio at the Stock Exchange. We'll see Jesse later on throughout the day here at the Stock Exchange as well. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It's great to have you.